Vince, let's talk about the dollar. So strong. Is the expectation that's going to continue here? Is that what traders are betting?
Yeah, the feeling is the minutes will reveal that the three dissenters at the last meeting may have had a bit more of allies, shall we say, in that some of the folks that voted to hold were maybe closer to where the dissenters' opinions were than not, and that's what the market's going to be looking for. And if they get that indication, markets will likely react with a higher dollar.
Why, though? It's not going to change much, right? We're still going to get a rate hike most likely in December, so why would it move the dollar higher?
Well, it's almost buy the rumor, sell the fact kind of thing. When the Fed raised rates last December, the dollar went up in the short term, and then it proceeded to fall for about 9 months straight. So it's very likely we follow the same pattern. The first knee-jerk reaction, monetary policy divergence, the Fed raises rates, and then the market sort of digests, well, is this a one-and-done Fed? And then the dollar will fall.
All right, so two big stories in FX today. Yes, it's the strengthening dollar. It's also the strengthening sterling we've been seeing ever since Prime Minister Theresa May said that she'd be willing to cooperate with Parliament on a Brexit. Relatively speaking.
Yeah, it's a respite for Her Majesty's proud pound, I would say. Yes. The issue there is what most traders and analysts are feeling is that this is just a temporary blip. That her going to Parliament is essentially looking for parliamentary backing for her opinion, which in the long run looks like it probably will be a hard Brexit anyway. So this is for a fledgling government getting the support from MPs who are her party and likely to vote her way, just to get the support of the country behind her.
So what's the temperature out there among traders and strategists, Vince? Because, you know, it was the outlier call for sterling to go to 110, and then suddenly there was a couple more calling for 105 to 110, but the majority were still, you know, way up at 120. What's that now?
Most people are looking for around the 117, 118, maybe 119 level, but 118 is probably the mid-range of, I think, of where I see most analysts calling for it, which isn't really all that far away, so it's achievable.
You brought along a chart that I think illustrates that. So that's hashtag BTV4232, looking here at the pound dollar. Just walk us through it if you would.
Well, what this is, the blue line is basically the average closing price for the last 12 months, and each line above and below it is one standard deviation from that price. And you can see sterling is now headed towards a third standard deviation, which is a really big move. And that comes in at around 118 or so, give or take. And that looks like about also where a lot of analysts are expecting it to make its next stop.